You've taken care of others your whole life, family, friends, maybe even a career. But how often have you stopped to take care of something as quiet and overworked as your kidneys? These little bean-shaped organs rarely complain until it's too late. Especially after 50, they become more vulnerable to daily habits we don't think twice about, like holding in urine or popping a painkiller. But here's the good news: with just a few gentle changes, you can protect your kidneys for years to come. You deserve that peace of mind. Let's walk through the habits to avoid, together. If you care about living longer, feeling stronger, and staying independent as you age, please consider subscribing. I'm here to walk beside you with real tips for real life. And if something today resonates, leave a comment. I always read them. Let's grow wiser and healthier together. Not drinking enough water. Use more water. Gently. Your kidneys are like a pair of quiet caretakers, filtering your blood 40 to 50 times a day, removing waste, balancing electrolytes, and keeping your body in harmony. But unlike your heart or your joints, they rarely send loud warning signs until they're already in trouble. And one of the most common, most overlooked causes of kidney strain is simply this: not drinking enough water. As we age, something surprising happens. Our body's natural thirst mechanism begins to dull. What used to make us feel parched at 30 barely registers by the time we're 60. That means many older adults walk around slightly dehydrated all day without even realizing it. No headache. No dry mouth. Just silent stress building up in the background. When you're underhydrated, your kidneys can't function efficiently. Waste builds up. The urine becomes more concentrated, which makes the kidneys work harder to filter toxins. Over time, this can lead to kidney stones, urinary tract infections, or even chronic kidney disease. And unlike many organs, kidneys don't regenerate once they're damaged. But the solution doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to chug gallons. In fact, drinking too much water all at once can be just as harmful, especially if your kidneys are already under strain. What your body really wants is a steady, gentle stream of hydration throughout the day. Start with small sips in the morning. Keep a glass by your side, not a jug. Try herbal teas, infused water with lemon or cucumber, or even warm water with a pinch of salt and honey, anything that encourages you to drink more regularly. Watch your urine. If it's dark yellow, you likely need more water. If it's pale or clear, you're on the right track. Also, be mindful of medications that dehydrate, like diuretics or blood pressure pills. Speak with your doctor about how much water is right for you, especially if you have heart or kidney issues already. Your kidneys have been filtering for you for decades, without asking for much in return. A few mindful sips each hour is a beautiful way to say, thank you. I'm listening now. Overusing painkillers, especially NSAIDs, avoid. You take them to get through the day. A couple of ibuprofen for your knees. Maybe naproxen for your back. You don't think twice, because it's over the counter, and it helps. But what most people over 50 don't realize is that these everyday painkillers, especially the ones called NSAIDs, or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, can quietly wear down your kidneys over time. NSAIDs include familiar names like ibuprofen, Advil, Motrin, naproxen, Icalev, and even some prescription anti-inflammatories. They work by blocking certain enzymes that cause inflammation and pain. That sounds great, until you understand that the same enzymes also help maintain healthy blood flow to your kidneys. When these enzymes are blocked, the tiny blood vessels in your kidneys constrict. Less blood means less oxygen, less filtration, and more strain. If your kidneys are already aging, or if you have other conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes, this effect can be even more pronounced. Many older adults use NSAIDs daily, for arthritis, for minor injuries, or even just habitually. But chronic use, even at moderate doses, can reduce kidney function without symptoms. You might not notice a thing until a blood test shows early-stage kidney disease. Or worse, until your kidney function is too low to recover. But here's the hopeful part: there are alternatives. You don't have to live in pain, and you don't have to risk your kidneys to feel better. Ask your doctor if acetaminophen, Tylenol, is a safer option for your specific condition. It's easier on the kidneys. Look into physical therapy, gentle stretching, hot and cold compresses, or even turmeric and magnesium under proper guidance. And if you must take NSAIDs, do it for the shortest time possible, at the lowest effective dose, and never without food or fluids. Also, check labels carefully. Many cold and flu medications contain hidden NSAIDs, and combining them can unknowingly double your dose. Your kidneys don't care if it's accidental, they still have to pay the price. Remember, your kidneys are filter organs. Everything you take passes through them. They don't complain. But they do remember. And every pill adds up. So the next time you reach for that painkiller, pause and ask, is there another way? Eating too much salt, avoid salt makes food taste better. It's comforting, familiar, and often the first thing we reach for when seasoning a meal. But for people over 50, too much salt can quietly become a long-term threat, especially to your kidneys. When you consume too much sodium, your body holds onto water to dilute it. That increases blood volume and makes your heart pump harder. Over time, this raises your blood pressure, and high blood pressure is one of the leading causes of kidney damage in older adults. Your kidneys are full of delicate blood vessels. Think of them like tiny garden hoses that filter waste and extra fluid from your blood. When blood pressure is high, it's like turning those hoses up to full blast all the time. Eventually, they wear out. The filters scar. The system breaks down. And here's the hard truth, this damage happens slowly, with no pain, and often without any clear symptoms until it's too late. And yet, many of the foods that fill our plates are loaded with hidden salt, especially for older generations who grew up with canned vegetables, cold cuts, pickles, and ready-made meals. Even healthy items like cottage cheese, soup, and bread can carry surprising amounts of sodium. The good news? You don't have to give up flavor, you just need to retrain your taste buds gently. Use more herbs and spices. Try garlic, onion, lemon juice, black pepper, or rosemary. Your body will adjust. Most people find they stop craving salty foods within just 2 weeks of cutting back. Also, be mindful of labels. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium a day for older adults, but many people consume double that without realizing it. If you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or even borderline kidney function, cutting back on salt is one of the kindest things you can do for your body. It's not about bland food. It's about better circulation, stronger kidneys, and a healthier, longer life. Your kidneys aren't asking for much. Just a little less salt, and a lot more care. Holding in urine frequently, avoid it sounds harmless. You're busy. You're out running errands. You don't want to use a public restroom. So you wait. Then wait a little more. Maybe you even fall asleep needing to go, but decide to hold it until morning. Harmless, right? Not quite, especially after 50. As we age, our bladder muscles weaken, and our kidneys become more sensitive to changes in pressure and flow. Holding in urine too often or for too long can quietly create chronic strain on your entire urinary system. When your bladder becomes too full, it can send pressure back up to the kidneys, almost like a traffic jam of toxins that have nowhere to go. Over time, this pressure can lead to urinary tract infections, UTIs, bladder infections, and in some cases, kidney infections, a condition that can be serious and even dangerous for older adults. In men, it can also worsen prostate issues. In women, it can contribute to bladder leakage due to weakened pelvic floor muscles. And here's something many people don't realize, when you constantly ignore the urge to urinate, your body starts to stop sending the signal. The urge becomes weaker, leading to infrequent bathroom habits, and this makes infection and bladder dysfunction even more likely. But the solution is simple and kind: listen to your body's whisper before it has to shout. Don't wait until it's urgent or uncomfortable. Try to use the restroom every 3 to 4 hours, even if you don't feel a strong urge. Make it a routine, like brushing your teeth. At night, limit fluids close to bedtime, especially caffeine or alcohol, so you don't wake up often. But don't hold it in just because it's inconvenient. Getting up is far better than letting your kidneys pay the price. Think of it this way: every time you honor that quiet nudge to go, you're taking a small but powerful step toward protecting your kidneys, your bladder, and your overall comfort. It's not just a bathroom break, it's self-care in its simplest form. Eating too much processed meat, avoid that crispy slice of bacon. A juicy sausage on a Sunday morning. A ham sandwich on white bread. They're staples in many homes, especially for those of us who grew up in the TV dinner generation. But while processed meats may be comforting and convenient, they're also one of the biggest dietary threats to your kidneys. Why? It's not just the meat itself, it's what's added to it. Processed meats are often loaded with sodium, nitrates, preservatives, and phosphorus additives. These ingredients give meat its color, flavor, and shelf life, but at a high cost to your health. For people over 50, especially those managing high blood pressure or diabetes, these meats can quietly accelerate kidney decline. Let's break it down. Excess sodium raises blood pressure, which puts strain on the tiny blood vessels in your kidneys. Phosphorus additives, used to preserve and enhance flavor, are absorbed more easily than natural phosphorus, and high phosphorus levels can throw off your calcium balance, harming bones and damaging kidneys over time. Nitrates and nitrites, common in cured meats, have been linked to inflammation, which can further stress your kidneys. The worst part? These ingredients often don't show up clearly on nutrition labels. A deli turkey sandwich may seem healthy, but it could contain more salt and phosphorus than a plate of fast food. But don't worry, you don't have to give up meat entirely. It's about making smarter choices. Choose fresh cuts instead of packaged slices. Bake or grill plain chicken, turkey, or fish and season with herbs instead of salt. Look for low sodium or no phosphate additives on labels, or better yet, ask your butcher what's in the meat before buying. Processed meat doesn't just hurt your kidneys, it silently chips away at your energy, your blood vessels, and your long-term health. You deserve meals that nourish, not harm, you. So next time you're making a sandwich or planning breakfast, remember, your kidneys are listening to every bite. Feed them something they'll thank you for. Not managing blood sugar properly. For diabetics, avoid neglect. Diabetes doesn't always hurt, at least not at first. That's what makes it so dangerous. It creeps in quietly, inch by inch, while you go about your life. And the part of your body that often takes the greatest hit without complaint. Your kidneys. For people over 50, especially those living with diabetes or pre-diabetes, poor blood sugar control is the #1 cause of kidney failure. When your blood sugar remains high over time, it damages the tiny blood vessels inside your kidneys, specifically in the glomeruli, the microscopic filters that clean your blood. Think of it like this: imagine pouring sticky syrup through a fine strainer. Eventually, the strainer clogs. The same thing happens inside your kidneys when your sugar levels stay elevated. Waste can't be filtered out properly. Protein leaks into your urine. And the damage builds quietly, often with no symptoms until things are already serious. But here's the hopeful truth: you have more control than you think. Managing your blood sugar isn't just about avoiding candy or skipping dessert. It's about finding a steady rhythm, eating balanced meals, watching your carb intake, staying active in ways that suit your body, and checking your levels regularly. Even modest changes, like walking after meals or eating more fiber, can make a huge difference in how your kidneys hold up over the years. Also, be mindful of your medications. Some diabetes drugs can affect kidney function if not dosed properly. And if you take multiple medications, as many people over 50 do, interactions matter. That's why regular checkups and lab tests are so important, not to scare you, but to protect you. If you've been living with diabetes for years, it's never too late. Every point of improvement counts. Every healthy meal, every short walk, every drop of controlled sugar, gives your kidneys a chance to breathe. They've carried your body through decades of life. Let them retire with dignity. It starts with giving your blood sugar the quiet attention it's always deserved. High-protein diets, when not medically supervised, avoid excess protein is essential, especially as we age. It helps maintain muscle, supports healing, and keeps our immune system strong. That's why so many people over 50 start adding more meat, protein shakes, or eggs to their meals. But here's the catch, too much of a good thing can quietly become harmful, especially for your kidneys. When your body processes protein, it produces waste called urea. And guess who has to filter out all that urea? Your kidneys. If your kidneys are already slowing down due to age, high blood pressure, or diabetes, a high-protein diet puts extra strain on those tired filters. Over time, this can lead to faster kidney decline, even if you feel perfectly fine on the outside. Many people fall into the more is better mindset, more chicken, more shakes, more bars. Especially when trying to build strength or lose weight. But the truth is, your body only needs a certain amount of protein, and beyond that, it just becomes extra work for your kidneys. The danger is especially real for those who follow high-protein diets without medical supervision, like keto, carnivore, or Atkins-style eating plans. These diets can be helpful for some, but only if your kidneys are healthy and monitored closely. So what's the safe path forward? Balance your plate, pair protein with vegetables, fiber, and healthy fats. Talk to your doctor or dietitian about how much protein you actually need. Avoid over-relying on protein powders unless medically advised. Choose plant-based proteins sometimes, like lentils, tofu, or quinoa, which are easier on the kidneys. You don't need to fear protein, just respect your kidneys enough to make it a gentle relationship. They're not asking you to stop eating well. They're just asking you not to overload them without warning. Drinking too many sugary drinks or soda, avoid. They're cold, bubbly, and satisfying. A soda with lunch, a sweet iced tea in the afternoon, maybe a sports drink after a walk. They seem harmless enough, especially if you're not drinking alcohol. But for people over 50, these sugary drinks are one of the fastest ways to quietly damage your kidneys. Sugary beverages cause rapid spikes in your blood sugar and insulin, which over time lead to inflammation and insulin resistance. That's a dangerous combination for your kidneys, especially if you already have high blood pressure or borderline diabetes. The more sugar your kidneys have to process, the more strain you put on their delicate filtering systems. But even if you're careful about sugar, diet sodas aren't off the hook. Many zero-calorie drinks contain phosphoric acid, an ingredient used to give sodas that sharp, tangy flavor. This acid can throw off your body's mineral balance and increase your risk for kidney stones, especially if you're not drinking enough water to flush it out. And then there's the issue of fructose, a type of sugar common in many sweetened beverages. Studies show that too much fructose can raise levels of uric acid in the body, which not only contributes to gout, but also slows kidney function over time. So what's the better path? Drink more plain water, herbal teas, or lightly flavored water infused with lemon, mint, or berries. Save soda for rare treats, not daily habits. Be mindful of healthy drinks like smoothies and fruit juices. They often contain more sugar than you realize. Your kidneys don't need perfection, they just need a break from the overload. Every day you swap a sugary drink for water is a quiet gift to the organs that work hardest when no one's looking. Let them feel that kindness. Smoking, including occasionally or socially, avoid. You might think, I only smoke once in a while. Or, I quit years ago, but sometimes I still crave it. But here's what most people don't realize, even light or occasional smoking can do real harm to your kidneys, especially after 50. Smoking narrows your blood vessels. That means less oxygen and nutrients reach your kidneys. Over time, this reduces their ability to filter waste from your blood. If you already have high blood pressure or diabetes, which many older adults do, smoking doubles the damage. And here's something even more concerning, smoking speeds up the loss of kidney function, even in people who aren't yet diagnosed with kidney disease. It also makes medications less effective, raises your blood pressure, and increases your risk for certain types of kidney cancer. The kidneys are packed with tiny blood vessels, and smoking weakens the walls of those vessels. Think of it like blowing cigarette smoke through a sponge. It slowly blackens and breaks down the fibers. That's what's happening inside your kidneys, quietly, with every puff. And no, switching to the light cigarettes or vaping doesn't remove the risk. The chemicals still damage your blood vessels and raise inflammation, two of the biggest enemies of kidney health. But here's the hope: your kidneys can stabilize once you stop. Studies show that quitting smoking, at any age, slows the decline of kidney function and lowers your overall risk of kidney disease. Even if the damage has started, quitting now helps stop it from getting worse. So if you're still holding on to smoking as a comfort or a habit, know this: it's never too late to protect your body. Your kidneys don't need perfection. They just need relief. And every day without smoke is a day they can breathe a little easier. Overusing supplements or herbal remedies without guidance, avoid. You want to take care of yourself. So you add a multivitamin. Then turmeric for inflammation. Maybe magnesium for sleep, and a little licorice root or ginseng for energy. It all seems harmless, natural, even healthy. But here's what many people over 50 don't realize: supplements can quietly overload your kidneys if you're not careful. Unlike prescription medications, supplements aren't tightly regulated. That means what's on the label isn't always what's in the bottle. Some contain hidden ingredients, heavy metals, or high doses that are tough for aging kidneys to filter out. For example, high-dose vitamin C can increase the risk of kidney stones. Too much vitamin D can raise calcium levels, which may harm your kidneys. Licorice root, taken too often, can lead to dangerously high blood pressure. Creatine, used for muscle building, can overwork already tired kidneys. Even common herbs like St. John's wort or echinacea can interact with medications and cause unexpected stress on your system. And if you already have high blood pressure, diabetes, or early-stage kidney issues, the effects can be magnified. It's not that all supplements are bad. Some can help, if chosen carefully. But they need to be treated with the same respect as medicine. Because to your kidneys, everything you swallow matters. So what can you do? Always tell your doctor or pharmacist about every supplement you take. Avoid megadoses or products that promise dramatic results. Be cautious of supplements marketed for detox or cleansing. They often do the opposite. Choose brands that are third-party tested for safety and purity. You deserve to feel strong and supported. But not at the expense of the organs that clean your blood every day. Your kidneys don't mind if it's a pill or a plant. They just want it to be gentle and safe. Poor sleep habits, ignoring deep rest. Avoid sleep deprivation. You might think sleep is just for rest. But for your kidneys, sleep is maintenance time, a chance to reset, repair, and restore balance. Yet many people over 50 struggle with sleep. Whether it's waking up to use the bathroom, chronic stress, pain, or years of poor habits, too many older adults treat sleep like a luxury instead of a necessity. But here's the truth: consistent, deep sleep directly supports healthy kidney function. While you sleep, your body regulates hormones that affect blood pressure, blood sugar, and fluid balance, all things your kidneys rely on to work properly. When you cut your sleep short, or when your sleep is shallow and fragmented, these systems get thrown off. Over time, this contributes to high blood pressure, insulin resistance, and inflammation, three of the most common causes of kidney damage. Studies show that people who sleep fewer than 6 hours a night are more likely to experience a decline in kidney function over time, even if they feel fine during the day. Sleep deprivation keeps your nervous system in alert mode, which raises your stress hormones, and those hormones tell your body to hold on to sodium and water, creating more work for your kidneys. It's not just about getting more sleep, it's about getting better sleep. So how can you start? Set a consistent bedtime, even on weekends. Limit screen time before bed. Blue light interferes with melatonin. Avoid caffeine after noon, and don't go to bed too full or too hungry. Keep your bedroom cool, quiet, and as dark as possible. Try gentle breathing or a warm bath to help unwind. Sleep isn't selfish. It's not wasted time. It's a gift you give your body, and your kidneys thank you for it. Every night of deep, uninterrupted rest is another quiet act of healing. Give yourself that kindness. You've earned it.